Mr. Beer, what year was the 14th Amendment ratified?
In the 1860s.
1868. Doesn't that sound correct? And that was after which war?
The Civil War.
Which was done to end slavery, which preserve the Union and end slavery, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Did the American immigration system become better under the Biden administration?
It improved, yes.
The immigration system in America became better during the Biden years.
Correct.
Ms. Vaughn, is the Secretary of State required to halt visas for recalcitrant countries?
They're not required to. They have the authority to do that if they get a request from the Department of Homeland Security to do so, because a country will not take their citizens back or doesn't cooperate in getting travel documents to return them after deportation.
Are there countries like that that are recalcitrant?
Yes, there are, quite a few.
Name a couple of the worst offenders.
Cuba, Venezuela, China, India and Bangladesh don't always cooperate. Iran.
Has the State Department over the last few years done their job to stop those recalcitrant countries from dumping criminals into our country and then not taking them back?
No, the State Department historically has been very reluctant to use visa sanctions to impose consequences on countries that are not fulfilling their international obligation to take their citizens back.
So should we be going to the administration and Secretary Rubio and insisting that they do that, or should we make a law change?
Well, I think it would help to make a law change to say that the Secretary must act in certain situations as defined by Congress to address recalcitrant countries and give even more tools besides visa sanctions, like potentially withholding foreign assistance or other diplomatic tools, to require the Secretary to do so. I mean, it may be that Secretary Rubio would want to do that, but there are not always going to be administrations that want to push this issue. So if Congress changes the law, then they will have that obligation.
So you would suggest we should make it a requirement?
Yes.
Mr. Newman, in regards to categorical parole, the Mariana Islands, the CNMI, they have a program like that where there's no visa needed for people to be able to come in. Isn't that a version of birthright citizenship?
Yeah, as I understand it, it's become a major issue, birth tourism in CNMI, people just basically coming in to get U.S. citizenship.
So you have Chinese nationals coming in to this territory, and they're able to have a child there, and the child becomes a citizen.
Yeah, it's absurd. It shouldn't exist in a modern civilization.
Doesn't that seem like that could be a national security threat with all we know about communist China?
Absolutely.
Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record an article from the Wall Street Journal, December 22nd, 2017, in regards to this issue.
Without objection.
Mr. Fabricatori, hope I got your name right there. Can I some people just call you Fab, don't
Yes,
they?
sir.
We know all about the NGOs, including like the International Organization for Migration, IOM, which I saw when I was down at Panama 4 years ago and saw them processing people in. Don't they get significant amounts of money from the taxpayers of the United States?
They absolutely do, sir. They get a huge amount of money.
Do you have any ideas in the tens of millions?
It's tens of millions, yeah, higher than tens of millions.
And they've been a vital link, haven't they, in this whole process of illegal immigration into America. I mean, we talk about the cartels and the horrible things that they do, but don't those NGOs also haven't they served as a vital link over the last 4 years of being able to bring people illegally into America?
Yes, sir. They have aided in helping illegal immigration enter into the United States.
Should we pull the money back from those organizations that have assisted in illegal immigration?
Yes, we should pull it back and use that money to help us with our deportation process.
If we're not able to pull that money back, should we have them help us reverse the flow and perhaps turn them into repatriation centers?
That sounds like it would be the right thing to do, sir.
Mr. Chairman, the era of America Last is over, as you said in your opening remarks, and it's time to enforce the laws here in the United States of America. I yield back.